Hello, students. First, I would like to welcome you all in our second online class of economics. Here, we are going to start first chapter of macroeconomics. First chapter of macroeconomics is Introduction of Macroeconomics. Students, in this chapter, we are going to discuss meaning of macroeconomics, difference between microeconomics and macroeconomics, scope of macroeconomics, and significance of macroeconomics. These are our chapter outlines, learning outcomes in this first chapter of the introduction of macroeconomics. First of all, I would like to tell you how this macroeconomics, name of macro, is taken from the Greek term macros, M-A-K-R-O-S, macros, which means large. Macro means small. But in economic sense, what do you mean by macro? What do you mean by large in economic sense? Students, in macroeconomics, we usually discuss the issues of economics, problems of economy as a whole. This is the economic sense of large or macros. During this time, I would like to ask you, during this lockdown period, there are two kind of implications, there are two kind of impact on our economy. First, at micro level, individuals will suffer in this lockdown period. Their income will be reduced. The income of the individual, those are running their shops, they will remain closed. That's why their income will be reduced. So first you understand the meaning of micro, individual impact, impact of firm, impact of one industry, impact of one individual. If we study such things in microeconomics, do you remember in 11th class in microeconomics you studies about consumers, demand of a consumer, supply and demand we studied. But impact of this lockdown on our whole economy, so many economists, our government, even our finance minister coming on television addressing the nation and trying to mete out the coming impact on our economy. They are doing some kind of provisions, they are providing solutions. So what would be the impact on the economy of India? We study the economy of India, economy of a country as a whole in macroeconomics. So what would be the our GDP in a coming time after the shutdown? It will be reduced because output is suffered during these periods, factories are not running. Understanding my point, macro and micro, with the reference of this lockdown period, let us see meaning of macroeconomics. It is a branch of economics in which we study the economic issues or economic problems at the level of economy as a whole, which I had just explained to you all by giving an example of lockdown period. Second thing, from where this concept of macroeconomics developed. A student, there was a classical thought before 1929. An economy, who wants to work, they get work, and factories are running with their full capacity. But this thought was being required to reconsider again during the period of Great Depression. You must have been heard, we studied it in globalization, in history, in class 9th, in 10th. During that period, what happened? Now, the unemployment increased in America from 3% to 25%. Overproduction happened. During that time, there was one other kind of thought and concept given by K.M. Keynes, who is the father of macroeconomics. He just described in this macroeconomics, a branch of economy where we talk about economy, we study economy as a whole. So in the coming lecture, I will cover the difference between macroeconomics and microeconomics. Thank you very much.